Sure. Hi, everybody. This is a Charlie and Jason thing. And Jason couldn't be with us today because he's doing birthday preparations, but even better, we have his mom, Hazel. Hi, Hazel.
Hi, Mr. Charles. It's a wonderful opportunity
Yeah, thank
that you provide for the world.
Yeah,
now,
we can.
here he is. I better start at the beginning. Okay.
That's fine. I have questions, so I could just start with some questions, and if a photo triggers your
I want
memory.
to start here because this is here with Mark and me. Mark has a surgical cap on, and then there's Jason. And the odd thing about Jason, when he came out, they didn't give me any pain medication, and his eyes were open when he came out. So he's looking all around the room.
Yeah.
Like, where am
Was
I?
he crying?
No.
Okay. Did Jason change much after Justin came around?
No, but like this is when he first saw Justin. Here.
Sizing him up?
Yeah, I mean, I have another picture where he's poking Justin in the eye. Because he was like wondering what
Nice.
he was.
That's kind of how he looks at him now. It's just kind of a contentment.
Jane the Pumpkin Man.
That's pretty good. So you have two boys, no other kids. Which one do you love the most? And you can answer. No one watches this.
It depends on if I'm alone with Jason or if
Okay.
I'm alone with Justin.
Okay, so
If
tell
I'm
me about
alone with Jason, then I tell him.
it. Okay.
If I'm alone with Justin, I tell him.
Okay.
And when the two are together, I don't make. I just make reference.
Okay.
I just
Gotcha.
maybe make.
Is there certain situations where you love one more than the other?
Um,
Like if you're in a business situation, you'd probably want Jason.
well, this is the deal. Jason was first, and I spent 1 year alone with him. But then, Jason went to school,
Mhm.
and I spent 1 year alone with Justin.
Yeah.
Okay.
A reasonably formed Justin, though, but like Jason was like kind of moldable, like his baby.
And I mean, I studied birth order books,
Mhm.
but what happened is I started studying about myself. I stopped studying about them and just focused on myself.
Yeah. I feel like you read the book
Bullshit.
backwards because everybody says that Justin's the older brother. Everybody.
Oh, well, no, but you see, this is a rule in my family. It's an old-fashioned rule from Europe. It's European.
Mhm.
Everything goes to the firstborn.
Mm.
And so Jason has been the most responsible, the most reliable. So I never took toys away from Justin. I mean, from Jason to give them to Justin.
Okay.
I always gave everything to Jason. Jason gets everything, and Justin gets nothing.
Wow.
I mean, and another thing that I did, like that they don't know the psychology of their upbringing.
Yeah.
Okay, like I could go to the store and I would buy one hat, and then they would fight over the hat. The
Okay.
next day, I would go get the second hat
Ah.
because if you give both a hat, it's nothing.
Yeah.
I get a letter the next week from the principal. If you come to the school again like that, we will call the police on you.
Nice. Bullies
So-
just can't take it.
So then one day at 7:30 in the morning,
Mhm.
I get a knock on the door, and the kid's father is at my door.
Okay.
And he's yelling at me about,
Oh.
and he's saying, and I know your kitty is not a little angel. And then Jason comes down the stairs wrapped in a blanket, and he could tell, like, this is my little angel, that Jason really was an angel
Yeah.
because his kid really was a giant
Yeah.
compared. But when Jason came down and asked me something, he could really see the difference because it was a lot older of a kid. And so then,
He just took the kid home and took a belt to him, probably.
well, then
Made
he
it
understood
worse.
the situation. Like,
Gotcha.
there's no way that it was Jason at all.
Gotcha.
And
So early in school, Jason he liked the arts. Did you know, like elementary school and middle school, did you know that he was going to be a business guy?
no, I raised them totally to be executive. I raised them at executive level. And he could do it all the time.
Yeah.
And Justin was an impressionist. He could do an impression of Rodney King that was quite hilarious at the age of 4.
I'll have to tell him. I'll have to ask him for that.
And But
Of Rodney King?
yeah, of Rodney King.
What does Rodney? You mean Don King?
Don King.
Okay.
Is he the one with all the hair?
Yeah, Don King is the one with the hair. Rodney
Yeah, that's
King
what
is
I
the
meant.
one. Okay, gotcha.
So if they want to do more, they can do more.
So you raise them as like kind of Renaissance men who can do anything.
Yeah, and like Jason's first or second year of college, guess what he says?
What?
Mom, you should have just had us in one thing, just one.
Yeah. Into a young
Well,
age.
I have another rule about business.
What's that?
I think every person, every child should have their own business by the age of 15.
Wow.
So
did
like
the boys have a business?
Justin went and created his own landscaping business.
Okay.
He was like 15 or 16. He started working at the store near us. And he did stocking. He stocked the shelves and everything. Like he worked there for 2 years and he absolutely hates that store today.
What
But-
store? Do you remember?
Yeah, I know. I don't know if I should say.
Come on. Do you still do business there?
Yeah, I love it because they supported my son. It's called H&B. It's a Spartan store. So he's working there. He's got this terrific life, working as a baker and stocker.
Mhm.
Like he could have just done that forever and I would have been happy.
Yeah.
Phil and my son came to me and they took me out and they said, "You have got to stop calling Jason. One day he's going to have a girlfriend and you cannot call him. You can never call him again. You have got to call him." And so I go crying to Jason and I said, please, could I call you? And he said, yeah, it's okay. if
Like
you
you're
call."
calling him at work?
No, I just call him around midnight or something.
So he's moved out at this point, I assume.
No, he was at home.
So you're just calling out to him?
I just call him sometimes.
Okay, got you. Okay.
But he was at home and they
I got
gave
you.
me a lecture about stop calling him.
Who's they?
Phil and Justin.
Okay, so they're saying like you need to separate from your oldest son.
Right.
Okay.
They tried to get me to cut the umbilical cord, right? So he comes home and he says, "Mom, can I spend the night at Phil's?" I say yes. And I never saw him again.
He just moved in.
I never saw him. He came home like 2 years later for one visit for one day.
Nice.
Okay, and so then a month later after that, Justin comes and he said, "Mom, can I spend the night with Justin and Phil?" And I said, "Yeah." And then I never saw him again. But he was in high school and he would come home for clothes or something once a month.
I bet that was the best place to live. So Jason, I'm assuming his grades were good and he's a driven guy. But why do you think he went to Western? Because I'm dumb. That's why I went to Western.
Well, we just didn't really. It's
Plan?
actually we were dumb because we didn't really
Plan?
think about it.
He could have went anywhere and done anything.
Oh yeah, well, but you see, so he moves in with this Phil guy, okay?
Okay.
And then, like, see, I'm not 22,
Okay.
so I couldn't, like, he doesn't hardly respect me, and
Yeah.
like, what do I know about college? Because I went there like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the curriculum is for today.
So he sees Phil there and he's like, well,
And
Phil
then
can do it. I can do it.
this guy Phil mentors him, and so Jason mimics Phil, and they're both born on April 5th. So then it's kind of like double trouble. So
Yeah.
you know, it's almost like he's a cult leader, Phil. He's some kind of a.
I've seen him in youth ministry, and yeah, it kind of goes on
cult
that.
phone.
Like I feel like companies and people, they see what he has and they want him, and I totally get it. And I feel like I'm jealous of Jason, like on a lot of things. And I feel like I gotta trick people. Like I've had to trick my current job. Like I didn't lie on my resume, but I allowed them to believe what they needed to like prove that I was qualified. And I've done that like 3 times now. And I don't view like every dollar he gets is a dollar I don't get, or every amount of respect or friend he gets is one I don't get. But I'm like, I always gotta like snake my way in, and I feel like he can.
It's not Charlie. You need to worry.
Jason's kids, you gotta worry about. All right, we're back on. So yeah, sometimes it almost seems like Jason can live in his own little world, and stuff just happens for him. And I feel like I gotta just be
Work 5 times. Okay,
Not even work. Like I gotta stab people in the back.
It's like this, okay? You're turning the crank 10,000 times and
Yeah.
one bean comes out.
Yeah.
And he's turning the crank 1 time and 10,000 beans come out.
Sometimes I feel that way. Yeah.
Okay? Well, Well, see, okay, it kind of has to do with this cult leader, Phil. Girls, and he's got this job, and the guy was like, "What? My mother would kill me if I moved in with 2 girls."
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then Jason moves in, takes Phil's life over, and he lives with these 2 beautiful girls.
I am surprised that hasn't blown up in his face, but
And
good
then-
for him.
You know, he gets a month later. He has this nice party, and he has this nice chance for this beautiful, beautiful girl. And I don't know what happened, but I can't interfere.
No.
If I interfere in either of their life, it's like a time machine.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing could blow up.
Yeah.
So I never can say anything
Yeah.
about relationships.
Well, now's your chance. How'd it go?
Well, you know, I have tried in the nail. Used to get my nails done,
Yeah.
and I would always try to find my wife
Mhm.
that was worked in the nail salons.
Yeah.
And then one time he made a comment to me like, that's because one time I was trying to find one for Justin,
Yeah.
and they were talking about it, and Justin said, well, Jason said, well, she's always trying to find me one in the nail shop, so I can't wait to see the one she tries to find for you.
Yeah.
Like he thinks I think he's some kind of idiot because I'm always trying to find someone.
No.
But now I have a new idea that came my way,
Yeah.
and I heard that the projects would be, if I could find a girl in the projects, that would
Yeah.
be the best
Okay.
because she wouldn't know.
She wouldn't know how a man is supposed to act, or
Yes.
Okay.
Like she could tolerate. And I say, yeah, I am gonna do that because I believe in arranged marriages. They're way better than the ones you pick out for yourself.
So he's had these beautiful women in his life.
Yes, he has, and I mean, it started at 5 years old. And
Another thing that I'm not jealous about, but I acknowledge that he has something that I don't, and I feel like I have to do all this slippery stuff. Like I have to stab people in the back to get something going for myself relationship wise, and whereas he just puts the sunglasses down, half falls asleep, and here comes.
do you
the next
ever
one.
see those pictures of him at parties
He's usually
sleeping?
yeah.
But that's because he's a contented person. I taught him how to sleep because I think you should be able to fall asleep in 3 minutes, anytime, anywhere.
And he does.
Because that's to me like contentment.
Yeah.
And Justin is kind of the same way, but Justin sleeps with his eyes open. Most people make the baby a baby by taking away from the older child and giving to the younger child. The reason European families have so much money is because the firstborn gets everything and takes care of the youngers.
Oh,
Okay, that's why their money always lasts. It's always given to the firstborn and then they take care.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it's just Jason's role in life is really he has to provide for Justin. I don't know if you know this about Jason, but when I put him in a seminar at the age of 8 years old, and he made an agreement and a commitment never to fight with his brother. And he never has had a fight or an argument with his brother or with his father. The 3 of them have never had an argument or a fight or any kind of upset or disturbance with each other. All 3 of them gang up and attack me. That's why it's just like, here he is at this level, and that's okay if he's comfortable there, but
Yeah.
it's up to me to create a bigger project for him.
So what's his next project now? Is it the wife?
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
My husband just had shoulder replacement surgery,
I heard.
and my husband is a cheapskate, okay? And he gets that Jason is a little bit that way too. But I need help getting a riding lawnmower.
So instead of finding a woman that he can spend his life with, or a job that fulfills him like in other ways other than financially and maybe a little bit of challenge, it's buying you a riding lawnmower.
That is his next project.
Okay.
But
Are you worried that if he starts on his own path, I mean, now that Phil is married and has kids, what if Phil starts talking in his ear, and since Phil says it, well, I guess I get married and have kids, do you worry that he's not going to have that time for you? Or that
No.
Phil?
The biggest thing he wants to do is have his own company. And guess who is going to be vice president? And
I'm not working for him!
yes, you are.
Can be his
He
own
needs
man.
that. Do not let him be his own man. Keep misguiding him.
Okay.
I do not want him to have a misspent adulthood.
Well, it's getting.
An adulthood
I'm the
that
wrong
is
person
not
to
full
talk
of misadventure is not worth having.
to. Nice.
And the fact that you see that you are inspired by Jason the same way my family is,
Mhm.
that says a lot about you. That says a lot about your quality and your character.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been it's been an honor being his friend the past like 6 years, and he's really taken me on as another brother, and I really appreciate it. It's a good point. Maybe I'm just not patient enough for this stuff when I get done. Anyway, Jason, happy birthday! Anything special you want to say to your son as he is shocked and he sat through an hour and a half of this? And
Oh, I wish it was longer. I wish this was so much longer.
well, Justin has a birthday in like September.
Really? Can we do another?
Yes,
That
or maybe
is- that is going to be
for the audience
best.
for the audience to decide.
We should do this once a week.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Jason, we stopped the talk show, but I didn't tell you I just restarted it with your mom.